All right. Very cool.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Jeff and Dan Show. This is Jeff, and I'm Dan, and you're lucky you're not.
Yes. So we're back on the Jeff and Dan Show live, and spammed out. Hopefully, a couple people will watch us tonight. Oh, we do have a couple of people watching, so that's good.
Holy smokes, already.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people, Jeff, ask us how we met.
Yeah.
And well, first of all, a lot of people think that we're brothers.
Yeah.
And sometimes we let them think we're brothers.
Yes. Yeah.
That's not very nice, but that's okay. But
Yeah.
people often ask us how we met. And, I tell them the whole story about how your mom and step-boyfriend moved out to California and left you in the trailer
That's right.
in Camp Hill.
That's right.
I guess it's more New Cumberland.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, anyways, and I was homeless, and we were both like 17 years old.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it sounds about right.
And then we met at a gas station.
Yeah.
You were working there,
Yeah.
and went and hung out at your house, and I just never left.
Yeah.
So,
He sleeps right back there.
fast forward 30 years ago, and yeah, we haven't gone anywhere.
That's right. Exactly. Exactly. It reminds me, man. It reminds me, actually. It's an interesting situation about our life. How long we've actually known one another. We've known each other almost 30 years.
30 years.
Yeah, 30 years.
I haven't known too many people that long.
Yeah.
I mean, consistently.
Yeah, over
Yeah,
time.
you know what I meant.
Yeah. You haven't hung out with them and stuff, so yeah, I know what you mean. So anyway, so what do we got on the agenda for tonight?
Well, that's about it.
That's it. All right, good night, everybody. Have a fun
Thank
night.
you for tuning in.
That's right. No, so you want to try the topic generator?
Sure, pick something.
Let's
Pick
try the
anything.
topic generator.
In the meantime, I'll hum something stupid.
Okay. Go for it. You're not humming.
Can you hear me?
I don't hear you humming. All right.
Take it, man.
We got a topic. The topic for tonight is, who is your strangest friend, and what makes them so strange?
Who's going first? Me
You
or
go. You go first.
Well, dude, congratulations. You are my strangest friend.
I am strange.
I think what makes you strange is you're very smart, but you come off as I don't know if there is a word for it. You come off as very smart,
Yeah.
not cocky, but there doesn't seem to be any unwavering in your opinion.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
It does.
Yeah?
It does to an extent, but at the same time, I mean, I do change my mind on things over time.
What? No,
Yeah.
I mean, if you were to come up and say, the sky is red, and you totally meant it, and you had factual evidence to back it up, you were not backing down. You can tell.
Oh yeah.
But we all know the sky is blue.
That's right. Yeah. I could be 100% wrong, so I'm behind whatever it is I'm going to say.
Well, you're very knowledgeable in a lot of different things.
I try to be.
And that helps back you up, too.
It's the shirt. It's what gives me my smarts.
Greatest American hero. It's the uniform that gives you the secret powers.
That's right. Exactly.
Superpowers, not secret powers.
Superpowers.
Sorry. I'm new to all superhero bullshit.
Yeah. What are you going to do? It's all good.
Why can't we just have the original superheroes we used to have?
Yeah.
Got too many damn superheroes.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like, my God, there must be thousands of them.
Yeah, there is.
Can't we go back to when we had just had 10?
Yeah. At least.
I will
10.
make an exception for Deadpool because he's mighty funny.
Yeah.
He's mighty funny.
Yeah. I think Ryan Reynolds makes him more funny than he actually is. I mean, he was pretty funny in the. Yeah. We had a power surge. He was funny in the movies, but the comics are funny, but they're not as funny as he makes the character be. You know what I mean? He brings Deadpool to life. That's that for me. But okay, so my strangest friend. Let's see. Who is my strangest friend? Well, that would have to be you. You're
no,
the-
I am not.
You're the one guy that I know that is incredibly intelligent, but sometimes you pick things that you decide you're only gonna like face in this one direction. Not like me, but like not like you get like strongly behind an opinion that you have. It's just that like you have such great smarts, and yet you do these things sometimes that I think to myself, holy shit, dude, did you really do that? You know what I mean?
I am the king of stupid things.
Well, not necessarily that so much as just it comes off to me as like, why did you do that? You know what I mean? It's like, why? Yeah, that's weird. You know what I mean? It's that. So if I was gonna go with strange, it would just be weird. But you know what I mean? It's just, but they're not bad things. You know what I mean? I mean, we've maintained our friendship for this long, so they can't be that bad of things. I mean, you're not out fucking screwing goats or anything. But
You're not always with me.
On the way home, you're like, nah.
I'm gonna stop here.
I don't know. I'm feeling kind of bad at the moment. I'm gonna pull over real quick.
Well, I'll tell you something about me, and you probably already know this.
Yeah.
I'm fat.
Oh yeah.
No, besides that,
I am fatter.
Besides that, weighing in at close to 450 pounds.
Yeah.
Um,
You wouldn't fit in that fucking chair if you were that big, dude.
I am weird. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm your weirdest or your strangest friend.
I have other people that are quirky weird, but
It's I don't know all your friends, but I think it's a toss up between me and Bunky. Now Bunky has since passed.
right. Well, that's
so,
why I didn't.
So I
wouldn't
got
have picked him.
10 years of stupid shit on mine.
Yeah, unfortunately, he's passed away.
But I know I'm weird, and I can say I'm weird now.
Yeah.
But let me tell you, it took me 45 years to realize that I'm weird and I do silly things sometimes. And part of accepting that has made me feel a lot better about it. Yeah, I chalk it up sometimes. Sometimes I even go, Dan, that was just stupid, or that was just dumb, or why the hell did you say that?
Well, the thing is, what I was thinking about more was like Temperanceville. You know what I mean? Here's this grown man playing with toys. That shit is just strange, but it's gotten people, noticed, around the world.
I don't
know. Like, look at South Park. Those guys were playing with construction paper. You know what I mean? Making characters out of that. And it's like, that's something you do in like first grade, And these guys made like a total living out of it and totally became Matt Stone and Trey Parker. You know what I mean? So, yeah, that's what I mean by that. That's what I mean by strange. You have little, affinities for the unique. That's just,
And honestly, dude, yeah, the neighborhood kids are starting to call me crazy cat lady now. And yeah, I am your weirdest. Why don't you reach into that email bag there and pull out another topic, and we can talk about that.
Let's pull up another topic.
Yeah.
All right. Well, this one says, what are the best and worst parts of human nature? What are the best parts of human nature? We'll start with best.
The best parts of human nature?
Yes. I think sex is one of them.
Well, it's tied into that.
Yeah. I mean, that's one of the qualifiers of our actual natural being. You know what I mean? Like,
Right. And well, I want to take it an inch deeper and say, and say that it's love.
Oh, you're going balls deep.
Yeah.
I would say that, but here's my problem with that. And as a matter of fact, it's really weird because I was just thinking about that today while I was driving in the car. We as humans have evolved to this civilized nature that we believe that love and sex are combined. But love and sex weren't always combined as humans. There was just that the procreation edge of it, where the cavemen or the freaking whomever got together, had sex, and basically bailed on one another. There was no need to, cement this whole thing of feelings and so on and so forth. But I believe because women were more the nurturers, they have over time developed emotions stronger than men have. They adapt and grow feelings towards pretty much everything.
Wacky little bitches.
Whereas men, we were as hunters used to going out and seeing something and having to do things that we really didn't want to have to do necessarily. We didn't want to have to go out and kill the woolly mammoth, We didn't want to have to go out if we were starving to death and kill our favorite pet pig or whatever the hell it was. You know what I mean? If you had a wild boar and it was your friend and, it was Timon and Pumbaa or whatever the fuck, you had to kill it because you had to feed your family. That tore you apart, but it made you stronger as a man. Whereas women didn't have to deal with that. They had to deal with childbearing, which, that was the other thing I was thinking about today that was interesting, is that women have to go through a lot of shit, more than we do by far. And I can see why they would develop the emotional stress and the anxieties that they have, whereas we don't. We kind of just go through society, and that's all changing. That's all changing. Our whole civilized nature is changing as we speak. There's no more, hey man, be a man. It's, hey man, just be a human.
Hey man, unisex up.
It's basically turn yourself into, unisexual. Basically just one race of people. Doesn't matter the gender. It's just what you want to be, how you want to be it, and then everybody should get along at about the same pace. The thing is that I'm starting to notice more and more is that women, girls that are growing into women, are less and less developing with the emotions. And men are developing more with the emotions. See what I'm saying? Like guys are like kids nowadays, boys nowadays are being told it's okay to hug one another. When we were growing up, you didn't do that shit. If you were a guy, you avoided that. That's just at all costs. Hey, man, that's why the fist bump came into play, because we didn't want to touch whatever you had on your hands, because we know what you had on your hands.
We know.
It's like, yeah, I don't need that. Just here. That's
I've been
cool.
there, brother.
That's good. That's right. We're good. But no, we'd never been taught to embrace except for loved ones. And usually only then it was even women, our grandmothers or our great aunts or our aunts or, our mother. You know what I mean? That's the only people we really learned to embrace. Whereas guys, it was always just a handshake. And that's all coming to a head. It's all changing.
Well, I think you're pretty accurate there, but I do have to put in a little asterisk that there's a little bit more that when men grow older, they do soften up.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And I think that's true across all the generations.
Yeah.
And I think that's you'll probably see more hugging and touching and
don't touch my pee-pee with your leg. Yeah. No, I definitely think it's becoming earlier and earlier for men. We're getting to a point now where boys will hug other boys, but not in a way that's sensual, just in a way that's like an embrace of friendship or an embrace of, you know what I mean?
Dude, I blame football. I know it sounds like a cockamamie story.
No, we've always patted each other's asses.
That's exactly where it started.
That's right.
That's where we didn't do this in the 60s.
No, nobody touched anybody's ass in the
That's
60s. Right. It was late 80s, early 90s when they started patting people on the good boy,
Yeah. And they started doing that in college.
Yeah.
Then they do it in high school.
Yeah.
Then on the midget team.
All of a sudden they're patting each other's ass in the womb. What the hell, man? Yeah, no, it's definitely.
No, there's a thing going on for real. You may not agree with me. You may or may not. I don't really care. But there is a demasculinity going on, primarily towards American males, but it may be directed towards the entire earthly male population.
Yeah.
One thing, though, you said was society is changing, and I do have to say, you're right, society is certainly changing.
Yeah.
And it's changing all over the world.
Yeah.
Even primitive cultures, like Nepal.
Yeah.
They're, I think they're considered third world, but they have cars and stuff. They're enough with the times now.
Yeah, they're
but
catching up.
But they're still isolated enough they had their own culture.
Right.
Not anymore.
Yeah.
Not anymore.
Now they're starting to integrate. Same thing with Africa. You always think Africa, you're thinking like fucking grass huts and shit like that. That's honestly what I've always considered. The majority of Africa would just be like little villages of huts, and no, not at all. Most of the cities, most of the towns now are buildings. It's like, what? This Africa? Like the Sahara and Sahara and the savannas and stuff.
Culture is changing, and it seems like they all want to gravitate towards American culture.
Asian, yeah. I think Far East Asian and American cultures are kind of aligned. And that's who we're heading towards. We're heading towards Japan.
You think?
Yeah, we're definitely heading in that direction because of the technology, we're just starting to get wind of what the technology is like, and they've already embraced it. So it's like, now that you have that going on, those guys over there are way ahead of us when it comes to technology, but here we're just kind of catching up, you know what I mean? And we get inundated with all kinds of shit nowadays, whereas Japan's already been inundated.
Yeah, but when it comes to culture...
Culture is different.
And
yeah. Culture is different.
Yeah.
That's the thing, though, is how do people respond? And the thing is with Japan, between Japan and us, is our diversity. We're so diverse as a country. We have black, white, yellow, red, brown, whatever colors you want to, we've got colors of the rainbow if you want to go there.
Yeah, we are the world.
Yeah. But that's the thing, and I know what you're talking about with the demasculinity. I think we're emasculating. So we're taking men that are, that were supposed to be these rugged outdoor beast kind of things, and sort of bringing them up as not these rugged outdoor beasts kind of things. We're civilizing them.
Where do you think that's coming from?
I think it's a general push. Well, first of all, you were kind of right, but when you said it. You said, the America, then maybe even the world. The majority of the world actually already does embrace him. They already do, like if you go to France, they'll peck you on the cheek. You know what I mean? When they meet you, it's not a handshake. It'll be a handshake, but then it's a get-together and sort of, do that real quick. Italy's been doing that for a long, long time.
My boss told me that in Pakistan, best friends will walk down the street holding hands.
Yes. And that's the way it is in all countries except for ours. And Russia. Russia, you don't do that either. And China, I'm pretty sure China, you see women holding each other's hands. Anywhere in, I think, the world, women can hold hands. Even the United States, women used to be able to hold hands, and it was never frowned upon so much as, oh my God, they're lesbians. It's just their friends. It's just like the girlfriend thing. When a woman says, oh, my girlfriend, you never assumed it's like this sexual relationship going on with them. When we were kids, if your mom said, me and my girlfriend are going out for lunch, you just assumed they were just a friend. And that's kind of the way it's been throughout the world. But now, with the LGBTQ, RSTUV communities, we actually are looking at it a little bit differently. You have to kind of take that into stride as to whether or not they are talking about just a friend or an actual girlfriend. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we have to ask nowadays.
Right.
Or maybe we don't even have to ask. Maybe it's none of our business. Is it?
That's the thing, though. I don't think it is.
I'm going to get into a lot of trouble for what I'm going to bring up next. And this gender identify thing. Dude, you and I have talked before, and it's my theory. A lot of people say, what do you notice first in the opposite sex? Well, some people say the eyes, or the ass, or the tits, or the legs,
right,
or the breasts.
Yeah, or the cock piece. Oh my God, it's drooping down his whole leg. Holy fuck. That kind of thing, yeah.
But, no, the first thing you notice about somebody is whether they're male or female.
Right.
And then you naturally gravitate to your tasty area of choice.
Right. Yes. And you've had that backfire on you. I know you have. I have.
Oh
I've been
my
in the
God.
grocery store and I was like, oh, damn, look at the hair on that chicken. That ass is fucking kicking. And she turned around and had a beard. And I'm just like, God damn.
Almost the same lines, but not quite as bad. You don't feel guilty about it.
Right.
But whenever you're walking in the grocery store and look up ahead in the cereal aisle, and there's this hot little mama, and she's all bent over,
Yeah.
and that hair is just a flowing, and the juices are going, and then she stands up, turns around, looks at you, and she's 68 years old.
Yeah. That's happened too. That's happened too. Yeah. How come I couldn't tell you were wearing Depends? It looked like a thong. I don't fucking know, man. The ass cheeks were...
Tasted like Depends.
What's it taste like? Depends. So yeah, but I think I know where you're going with the whole the gender thing. We're getting a little bit ridiculous with some of the shit people are coming up with.
We are.
Now-
We're starting to identify as fucking animals now.
Yeah, I heard there's a new one called sapiosexual, which is... I was just like...
Oh, this is a good one. What's that? I've never heard that one.
Sapiosexual is, and it's actually been something for a very long time. It's being in love with somebody for their intelligence. Not for a sexual nature, but it's turned on by somebody's... it is a sexual nature, but it's not. You know what I mean? It's kind
Dude,
of...
back in my day, we would have called that a quality characteristic that you are attracted to.
Right. A personality is another good example of that.
Now, I never, ever had a woman to come up to me and start talking to me sexual stuff in my ear, like she wanted to bang me because I knew the theory of relativity.
Right. Well, but there are people out there that are like that. I just read
If that
some
were true,
actor.
Einstein would have lots of kids. He has none. He didn't get laid.
I thought he had a daughter.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
Well,
Einstein's
who is
daughter.
she, Einstein?
She got married. There's a movie about it.
Yeah.
And I think he only had the one daughter, so he didn't get laid a lot. He didn't have a sapiosexual wife, so you know what I'm saying. But that's what I mean. It's just we're getting a little bit ridiculous with the whole gender and the whole sexuality thing.
You're telling me.
You know what I mean? I can understand, okay, if a guy wants to identify as a girl or vice versa, fine.
Mm.
That I can understand because
I struggle a little bit
I
with
still
that.
struggle. Yeah, I still struggle with it, but I'm at the same time I'm like, you know what? It doesn't affect me. The only thing it affects is whether or not I'm going to be standing next to a woman while I'm pissing in a urinal. And I don't give a fuck if she's spreading the twat and fucking pissing in the urinal too. Let her. You know what I mean? That's fine. I won't catch her peeking next to me, you know what I mean? Because she's probably not going to be interested in doing that. If she was a she at the beginning, you know what I mean? And now wants to be a man. You know what I mean? Like she's identifying as a man. But I struggle with it. I do struggle with it because it's weird.
Yes.
It's just strange.
I just don't think it's natural, and I know people are going to hang me for that. But I just don't think that is natural.
Yeah.
I'm not condemning anybody because of that, but I'm saying something isn't quite right.
Right. And and that's the problem, Right now, we're starting to get over that hump, but initially, there was this whole, well, you're a bad person if you don't understand or like the idea that somebody wants to be a different gender.
Homophobic.
Right, exactly. And it's like, no. That's not right. I'm not identifying as somebody who wants to be pissed off that you want to be a different gender. I'm just identifying as a person who doesn't understand. And it's weird to me. And that's fine. It's just like, it's the same thing as that racism shit where they're like, you don't understand black culture. I don't understand Nicki Minaj. I never understood Nicki Minaj. I don't understand why people want an ass this big with a waist this big. I've never figured it out. And to me, honestly, it's just, it's grotesque, but that doesn't mean I don't like her because she's black, and it doesn't mean I don't like her because of
Looks like one
other
of these
reasons. She just doesn't turn me
rapper
on.
guy's boyfriend. Dude, is it true with her that her last name is Minaj because it's short for Menage a Trois?
I don't know. To be honest, I have no idea. I've never really done the studying on it,
Okay.
but probably. Yeah, I'm pretty sure her last name initially wasn't Minaj.
Oh, I'm almost sure.
Yeah, she probably came up with that. Yeah, and there's a lot of people that are just like, that are kind of ignorant when it comes to that. They not ignorant, but I mean,
Unknowledgeable?
no, just they're kind of assholish about,
Oh.
they don't
oh.
like us because it's like, it's not they don't like white people, it's the fact they don't like people like us that don't understand the culture. I don't understand rappers. So okay, so that makes me racist. Well, no, that's not true. But there are people out there that will fight to say that is true. And those are the people I really don't get. You know what I mean? Those are the people, it's like, oh, I can't have a difference of opinion. I have to think the way you think. That's not right. That's just not right,
But we all do it.
We all do it to an extent, yes.
Because sometimes our opinions are so heavy in our minds that it's just so flippin' obvious
Yeah.
to anybody. You've got to be a complete moron to not see it like that.
Yeah.
Do you understand where
Yes,
I'm going?
yeah. I
We
do.
all feel that way.
Right. This is slipping very quickly into politics.
I don't mean it.
No, I'm just saying. I'm joking. It's just a joke. It's a joke. Okay. I'm gonna get all huffy. So what are we gonna do, man? We're at 30 minutes now. Do you want to kick this off? Or you want to?
Yeah, let's just call it a night. Hey, thank you everybody for tuning in, and maybe we can see you next week or another time, like maybe say 5 minutes from now.
Yeah.
Or maybe you could just tune in again to jeffanddan.com. And
Yes. Hey,
thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it.
let's take a look. As a matter of fact, let's take a look at jeffanddan.com, shall we? It has become new. It's a new thing now, jeffanddan.com. There it is right here. This is the new website that you can visit and see our stuff come up on here. You can't watch the live videos here, but if you go to our YouTube channel, which is right here, by clicking that little link right there, God bless you, then you'll be able to see us. See, there we are. We're live, as a matter of fact. So you can come and watch us, man, and chill. It's all good. All right, very cool. So that is the website. We are going back now to us. There we are. So I am Jeff.
And I'm Dan.
And this is the Jeff and Dan Show. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, let us know what you think. Leave some comments, talk to us, and we'll try and answer questions. And we're also going to start showing videos and ads for people that we know. Very cool.
Look out.
Yeah. You better be careful, man. All right, guys. Take it easy.